Today we have a different kind of topic for those of you moving to the villages. And I say moving to the villages, there's a financial choice you need to make. And you don't really look at that. You go down, you do the visits, you like the place, you decide to buy a home, and then you have this big question coming up. Am I moving all my furniture to my new home? Or am I in the villages going to buy new furniture? And I say that's a financial decision and an important one. And I have a couple of tips. These are just my tips. These are not necessarily anybody else's. And it's something, the process I went through, the financial decision of moving. So let's take tip number one. Tip number one is, depending on how far you have to move, how much is it going to cost to move all of your furniture? Now, this depends on how many rooms you're bringing down, how much furniture, how much weight, the distance from your current home that you're moving from to the villages. So let's do first an evaluation of what is your furniture currently worth. Not what you paid for it, but what is it worth? And how good a furniture is it? Is it really good furniture? Is it antique? Is it something you want to keep? Or is it just furniture that you've developed over 30 years and you kind of go, maybe it's time for some new furniture? So here comes the financial decision. First, do a quick evaluation of the furniture that you absolutely got to take with you, or what it's worth. Because I've had some other moves where I put furniture in consignment shops when I downsized. I got paid for some of that furniture, and then I could buy new furniture. I did a tour of Margaritaville, and I love the interior design of the rooms. Let me just show you a quick couple of what I liked. I love this kind of beach theme, and it looks great. So I had that in the back of my head. I did not want to bring my New England style furniture to the villages. I bought different pieces at different times. They don't match. That's not going to make it to that designer type home. That was just my thinking. Now I went to moving.com and looked at how much is it going to cost to move all my furniture over 1,000 miles to my new home. And when you start looking at $5,000, $6,000, $14,000, depending on how many rooms you have, okay, so what is it going to cost to have a new bedroom set, or a new living room set, or a new dining room set? My rule number one is don't spend more on the move than what it would cost you for new furniture. It's just not a good financial decision unless there are those items that you're sentimental about, or they're antiques that grandma gave you, you just can't live without. So that's my first evaluation. The second is the cost of shipping your stuff. Now, there are different levels of shipping your stuff, and let's run through those. The bigger cost I just gave you is a regular mover. It's gonna put it all, the movers are gonna come, box it up, or take your boxes, put it on a truck, drive it down, and deliver it to you. Pretty straightforward, pretty expensive. Another route to go is the container. The pods, the different container companies, you get a container, you fill it up, and they deliver it to your property. There are different sizes and different costs, but I'd still make the same financial decision of how much that costs versus what you're putting into the container. And you got to quickly learn, don't put stuff into the container that doesn't have a lot of value. All of that stuff you shouldn't take, that most likely you're going to throw out when you get there. I don't know how many people I've heard moved all their stuff and then struggled getting rid of all their stuff after they made the move. So they spent the money, $6,000, and then they decided they didn't like anything that they brought. That's not a good That's bad financial planning on the move. And then you've got things like U-Haul, where you rent a truck or you rent a trailer and you put what you got in it and you drive it down. You'll be surprised how much that costs. That costs quite a bit, because when you do long hauls, there's usually a mileage fee. How many miles are you driving that thing? If you're driving it over 1,000 miles, that number adds up. So really look at your contract and agreement, size of trailer, whether your stuff will fit. So when making the move, make that first financial choice, which is going to help you into my next video. That's going to tell you, okay, you want to buy furniture in the villages? And I'll even talk about the places to go buy furniture. I'll tell you what I did. So that's the follow-up video. If you like this video and can't wait for the next one, like and subscribe, and I will be right on to the next one. What to do when you get to the villages and you got to buy new furniture. There's a lot of questions there. How long do you want to wait? Do you want to get stuff right off? If you didn't bring your stuff with you. Thanks for watching.